YouTube, this is your boy JL, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the Apple leather case for the iPhone 6. My initial experience with it, the advantages this case offers, the disadvantages, and if it's worth your investment. So let's get right into it. So I thought I'd start with comparing it to last year's leather case. And one thing you're going to notice, besides the obvious that it's a bigger phone, bigger case, is the back of it, or the inside. So it still carries that nice suede finish on the inside, which some people overlook. It's just gonna help your phone from getting scuffed or scratched or whatever, or maybe sometimes it leaves some weird type of adhesive or something. I don't know. All I know is some third-party cases, when I handle customers' phones, sometimes I peel them off and there's just like this weird liquid gunk going on that's pretty disgusting. Anyways, another thing you're gonna notice is the bottom of it is exposed. So this case leaves the entire bottom exposed. That's your headphone jack, that's your speaker, that's your mic, which some people thought, why the hell did they do that? You know, I prefer this one, you know, because it offers more protection, but I think the reason why they did not design it the same way as last year is because of that little piece right there. It was already pretty damn thin on the iPhone 5S and 5. The iPhone 6 is just ridiculously thin, so I mean, it would have broken off anyways. And I did run into some type of durability issues with that on the last year's. So as you can see, you would probably run into this type of thing if you were to do the same design as last year's. Everything else is covered except for the mute, the silent key. So that's the only thing that's left exposed besides the bottom. Everything else is covered. Your power, your volume, and everything feels really responsive. The tactile feel is still there. And that's one of the big advantages that I'll get into with the Apple cases. So it comes in a few different colors. I picked up the olive brown is what they're naming it. And one thing I will tell you about Apple cases, specifically the leather ones, is they do get discolored, or not discolored, but they do change in color over time, over use. This is a lot darker than when I originally purchased it. So just keep that in mind when you're buying these cases, or when you're thinking about buying them. It's not gonna stay white. It's not gonna stay, you know, like tan. It's gonna get darker over time, and that's just because it's leather. And you can see a lot along the edges of the phone. It's definitely a lot darker than when I first bought it. Now, this is one of my favorite cases that I've tried for the iPhone 6. The reason why is because it gets better with age. It really does. You know, you really break in this leather and it just feels like it feels like a second skin. It really does. I'm not a big fan of cases when it comes to phones. I'm like totally against cases, but this phone is too damn thin, too damn slippery, that I can't afford not to have a case. If I'm gonna do a case, it's gonna be an Apple case, or maybe a slick wrap or something, just to give it more texture, just to give it an easier grip. Another thing that this case is gonna offer is gonna be the bands. As you can see, I got the silver version. The gold one is the one that's been hit pretty hard with discoloring. There's been some reports of people seeing it turn blue because of their jeans and the bands are white, and that was the reason why I didn't get the gold one when I saw these in person. So this case is going to offer a better grip. It's not going to offer much protection from dropping or impact, but it will help from like scuffs, like scratches, you know, things like that. If you drop your phone in this case, one or two things is going to happen. You're either going to break your phone, or this case will magically save it. I will say though, durability wise, there are a few light scratches on this case, and because it's leather, obviously these don't heal over time, so just take that into consideration when buying this case. This is not meant for durability. This is meant for people that just prefer some sort of protection on their phone, maybe some grip. When putting this case on, you're gonna notice it's a very tight fit a lot tighter than last year's, which is awesome because you get that really second skin feel that you're not going to get from a third-party case. So the power button, the volume, all that stuff, it's very responsive. You don't have that really like weird like gummy feel. It's just hard to describe. You don't get that from this case. You get a very nice responsive feel. And this is what it's all about. It's about feels. Again, this is not a case that's going to offer much protection. This is a case you put on when you're really not doing any heavy activity. You are in a place where you might not drop it. If you're going out, you want to look nice and elegant. This may be a case you'll probably rock at night or something. It just feels really nice, and it gets better with age. The leather really breaks in. It feels very soft. It feels amazing, actually. So I guess you might see that as a advantage or disadvantage. The fact that this case is really meant for looks, it's not really meant for protection. If you're interested in protection, I do have an Impact 21 case that I will review in another video, and that way you can kind of get an idea of what's a better I guess solution for you. So asking price is $50, just like other Apple accessories and products. It's a bit overpriced, and sure, there might be some other cases that will provide much more protection for a lot less of a price. It just depends on what you're looking for in a case. Comes in black, comes in navy blue, comes in another few colors, I think. Just take in mind when investing in this case, it's gonna change in color, it's gonna happen. They have the product red one. I have added the product red one from last year's, and you can see it's like not as bright red as when I first bought it. It does get a little bit darker. So if you want it to stay the same as when you first got it, you might have to overlook this case because it's not going to happen. The only one that will obviously stay the same color is probably the black one, just because it's black. It's not going to show any dirt or grime. It's just, you know, not going to change in color that much. The brown one though will, and the other ones will. So just take that into consideration. Overall, this is the case I wear probably 80% of the time if I'm wearing a case. The other times, like say I'm going hiking, or if I'm gonna be, you know, walking my dog or something, or I might run in, like any situation where I think I might drop my phone or something, I'm wearing my Tech 21, hands down. Another thing that I would recommend if you just are gonna invest in this case, please do yourself a favor. Invest in a tempered glass screen protector. You might not even be able to tell that this is on, but there is a tempered glass on here, and really that's just gonna save you $150 to $200 repair, having a tempered glass on your screen. This is the only type of screen protector I ever use on phones if I use a screen protector, just because it's gonna offer you that extra layer of protection without compromising the feel of the screen, without compromising the quality of the screen. It's just another layer of glass. This is probably the only accessory, or you know, that I would consider if you're a person that doesn't, if very minimalistic, you don't like cases, you don't like anything, at least get yourself a tempered glass and save you from having to deal with a exchange or insurance claim. So if you have any questions about this leather case that maybe I didn't go over, please feel free to talk about it in the comments, message me. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have about this case. I would say, is it worth the $50? It is for me. I think it feels really nice, and there's no other case out there that can give you that sort of precision in terms of the buttons, in terms of the fit, in terms of the feel. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video.